Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video we are diving into stellar blade modding, but this time with something new and exciting. We now have a system called Custom NanoSuit, or CNS for short. This allows us to use a mod menu in-game. It's a user interface, so when you install an out-of-it mod, it no longer replaces the original out-of-its. Instead, you'll be able to select your mods through the CNS user interface. That means you get to keep the original models untouched, and at the same time use your custom models without conflict, all in-game, easily switchable. In my previous Stellar Blade modding guides, we learned how to create mesh mods by replacing an existing out-of-it model. Now I'll show you how to take the mod you already made using my methods and make it fully compatible with CNS. In Unreal Engine, go to the Content folder. Create a new folder. Name it something like Out-of-It Mods. Inside that, make another folder to organize your files. For example, name it Out-of-It. Now that the folders are ready, we are going to move our edited files into them. First, expand the folders like this. Okay, let's start with the out-of-it. In the content browser, go to the folder where your edited mesh file is located. This is mine. Select the mesh file, which is this, and if you edited the physics asset, select that too. Select them and drag and drop them into the new folder we just created, which is the out-of-it folder. And select Copy. This keeps your original files safe as a backup. Next, do the same thing for the textures of this mesh file. Go to the folder where your edited textures are. Select all of them, the ones you modified, and copy them into the same folder where the mesh file is. Copy them, don't move. Next, materials. If you use the original materials from the game, you don't need to touch them. But if you've made a custom material instance, be sure to copy and put that in the same folder as the mesh and textures. And lastly, I'm going to add an image of my mod here. I will use it as an icon in CNS. Take a screenshot of your mod and save it as a regular image file, like PNG. Now in Unreal Engine, go to the new folder we made, which is out-of-it, and drag and drop your image into that folder, beside these mesh and texture files we put here. So this is what you get. I am done. Now, let's focus just on the out-of-it for now. We'll handle the head and hair afterward. Now, inside the out-of-it mods folder that we just made, either place your existing primary data asset or create a new one. Just make sure it's inside the folder that contains all your copied mod files. Open the data asset. If it has any existing slots like this, remove them, all of them. Now, enable the option Label Assets in my directory. This will package everything inside the folders under this directory automatically. No need to manually add each file. Uncheck all other options. Now set a unique chunk ID like 356. If you use the same chunk ID as your previous mods, the game will crash. Now set the priority to 1, set the cook rule to always cook, and save and close the data asset. One important thing to keep in mind before we package the mod is this. If you're using original materials, master materials, not instance materials, you need to remove any textures assigned to them. If the original master material has textures already applied, remove them. Simple. This will make the material look blank or black. And that's exactly what we want. If you don't do this, your mesh textures might appear broken or won't display correctly in-game. This step only applies to original materials, to master material, not material instance. I'll explain how to handle material instance at the end of the video. Now let's go ahead and package the mod, just like we normally do. Once packing is done, locate the output files. Just like before, you'll see 3 trunk files, ucas, utuck, and pack. Rename them to something short and clean, and then add _p at the end of their name. So, make sure all 3 files share the exact same name, and your mod is now ready for the next step. Now we need to install CNS and UE4SS. The download links are in the video description. First, go to the Nexus mods and download the latest release of CNS from the Files section manual download. Then head to the GitHub page and download the latest release of UE4SS. It's a zip file. Make sure you get the main file. Once you've downloaded both, let's install them. Open the UE4SS zip file. Inside, open the folder you see. You'll find one folder and one DLL file inside that. Now, go to your game installation directory and navigate to SB, Binaries, Win64. Drag and drop both the folder and the file into this directory like this. That's it for UE4SS. Open the CNS file. Inside you'll see a folder named SB. Go back to your game's root folder, where the SB folder is located, here. And drag and drop the SB folder here, like this. It will merge with the existing one, and done. Both CNS and UE4SS are installed. Now in your game directory, navigate to SB, Content, Packs. You should now see a folder called ~mods. Open it. And inside you'll find a folder named Custom NanoSuit. Leave that alone. This is where we install our mods, just like usual. Drag and drop your pack, utuck, and ucas files into this mods folder, like this. Now we are ready for the most important step. We have to create a JSON file and set it up so CNS can detect our loaded mod files. To create a JSON file for your mod, follow these steps. Right-click and create a new text file. Rename the file. Give it a name based on your mod. Then add .decCNS and .json at the end. For example, my AutoFit mod.decCNS.json. Make sure to actually change the file extension from .text to .json. If you get a warning message about changing the file extension, click yes. Now your JSON file is ready. You can use Notepad, Hex Editor, or Visual Studio to open this file. Anything that edits text can open this file. I recommend using Visual Studio because it helps to spot errors so easily. And it's free, so get that. When you open the file in Visual Studio, you might see a pop-up message. Just close it. Now, we are ready to enter the mod's information. I have already made a JSON template for you to use. It's ready to go. You can download it using the link in the video description. Once you download it and open the file, you'll see all the code already written and ready. What I recommend is this. Open both mods JSON file and the example template file. In the template I made, you'll see comments next to each section explaining what to do. Just select everything in the template file, from the first line to the last line. Then press Ctrl+C to copy them. Now, go to your JSON file, select the first line, and press Ctrl+V to paste. Now we are ready to break this down and fill the correct values. Unique fit ID. This is a unique ID for your mod. For example, Ani_AutoFit. Make sure it's inside the quotation marks. If not, it won't work. Requirements. If your mod required DLC, write the DLC name. For example, near DLC. If there is no requirement, just write none. Display name. This is the name of the mod as it appears in the CNS in-game user interface. Write anything you want, but everyone will see this. For example, I write my costume out of it. Description. Write a short description of your mod here, whatever you like. Out of it types. This tells CNS where to categorize the mod. The options are swimsuit, dress, NSFW. Only choose one, and don't make up new ones. Out of it image. This is how you add the icon for your mod in the CNS user interface. So you remember the image I used as an icon for my mod, right? I put it in the out of it folder. We're gonna use that here, and this is how. Go in Unreal Engine and go to the same folder as your mesh file, where the picture is located. Select it, right-click on it, and choose Copy Reference, this option right here. And done. Go to the JSON file again, and paste the reference we copied in the out of it image section, between the quotations, like this. Now, edit the pasted text file. There are some parts we need to delete. Delete this single quote, then delete the texture 2D and this quote part at the beginning. You should be left with a clean path to the texture and texture name twice. And that's it. CNS will now use that image as your mod icon. Out of it datas. This is where we tell CNS that where is our mesh, materials, and texture files, the most important part. Mesh. In Unreal, go to the new folder we made and find the mesh file. This is mine. Right-click on your mesh file and choose Copy Reference. Then come back to JSON file and paste it into the mesh section in the JSON, in between quotes. Then delete this quote, and in the beginning, delete the skeleton mesh quote part. And that's it. Just like we did for the image. And done, the mesh is complete. Now, the materials. If you used an original material from the game, like the original out of its material, go find it in the original directory inside Unreal. We don't copy them in the new folder unless they are instance material. Now, this is the one for me. Right-click it, copy reference, then go back to JSON file again, and paste it inside the materials section, which is here. Clean it up, remove the quotation mark and material quote part at the beginning, and done. Now, if your mesh uses more than one material, you have to add more, and this is how. Come to the end of the first material path here, and add a comma. Then press Enter. Then add another set of quotation marks. Then, just like before, go and copy reference your material and paste it into this JSON path here. Then clean it up. Repeat the process for the third material and fourth, and so on, if you need any. I just needed one. If you get a red error in Visual Studio, it means your JSON formatting is incorrect. Double check commas, quotation marks, and the brackets. Textures, the most important one. Textures are a bit more advanced because you have to match the Unreal, JSON, and fModel data all together. So, first, we open fModel, and in fModel, we locate the material we used for our mesh. This is the one for me. Open it. Close the 3D viewer, and go to the Info tab here. Press Ctrl+F to open the search bar, and search for texture parameter, this specific line, and hit Enter. Now you'll see the textures for this material. So, if you used this material for your mesh, then you also used its textures, right? So you have the edited versions of these textures in Unreal. Now we're gonna use their data in FModel and Unreal Engine to set them up in JSON. In FModel, every texture type, as example base color, has a name section. This part. You see it says base color. And for the other texture, which is ORM, it says ORM. And for normal map, it says baked normal map. These are the only information we need from FModel for our textures. I already set up the rest, but you still can find them in FModel. Let's start with the base color. Copy this name, Ctrl+C. Then go to the JSON file. In the texture templates, there is a section named param name. This is it. That's the part you add this information. So I'm gonna add the base color one on this part. You can add them in any of the templates you want. They're all the same. Doesn't matter if this one is the base color or the other one. Okay, after that, I need the base color texture path, but this time in Unreal Engine, not FModel. So in my project, I locate the new folder that I made, and inside it I locate the base color texture for my mesh, which is this. Just like before, copy the reference, and now in JSON, in base color template, in value, add the path. Paste it in value. Delete the code mark and the texture 2D code part. Just like before, and done. The base color is done. Repeat this process for ORM, normal map, and any other texture you used. Only include textures that you actually edited and imported into Unreal. You can skip the rest. The ones that are not affecting your mesh, you can skip. So let me set the ORM and normal map and fuse mask. Then we talk more. Okay, I'm done. Now, if your mesh uses more than one material, you need more texture templates, right? So make more. To do that, copy one whole template block from opening curly bracket, which is this, to the close one, which is this. Then copy this, Ctrl+C. Now, come to the last one and add a comma after the close curly bracket, which is this, and press Enter. Then paste a new block, Ctrl+V, and repeat this as many times as you need. But I already have enough, so I don't need any more. And that's it. You've now fully set up your JSON file, including the mesh, materials, textures, and the mod icon. Mod icon is not necessary. And your mod is ready to be loaded through the CNS in-game. So, come to File, and save your JSON file, the new one, and close this. Now, if your JSON file is inside the _mods folder, along with your pack, utalk, and ucos files, you're good to go. Launch the game, and once you're in, press the N key, and this will bring up the CNS menu. Go to the Add of It tab, and you'll see your mod listed there. With the name and the icon, you set them up in JSON file. So click on it and you will have it applied on your character. And that's how you make a CNS compatible mod. Now let's go further. What if you want to add another mesh, like a different version of the Add of It, or a head mod, or custom hair? Let me show you with a head mesh example. I have another head mesh that I replaced. In Unreal, I locate the new head mesh and its physics assets. I drag both into the same folder I used earlier for the Add of It mesh, and I copy them there, not move, I copy. Just like before, same process. Then, I find the textures used by the head mesh, and I copy those into the same folder. Now everything is added, just like I did for the Add of It. To finish it, I also take a screenshot of the head, and I also add it here. So I use it as an icon. Now, because I've changed the contents, I need to package the whole mod again. So I package this project again. After packaging, rename the new files just like before, and add _p at the end of the name. Replace the old ones in the ~mods folder with the updated ones. Simple. Now open the JSON file again, the same one. Time to add new mesh. Since this is a completely new mod entirely, right? It's a completely new mesh file. We need to duplicate a full template block from the JSON. Here is how. From the starting pink curly bracket, which is this, to the ending pink curly bracket, which is this one, we select the whole block. Make sure you don't stop at the yellow ones, only the pink ones. Press Ctrl+C to copy, and now scroll to the end of the previous entry, which is here. Click after this bracket and add a comma. Press Enter and Ctrl+V to paste the new block. Now we have a second entry in the JSON ready to set up. Okay, let's set this up. Change the unique fit ID to something different from the first one. For example, Ani_head. You have to change it or it won't work. Next, change the display name to whatever you want. This doesn't matter that much, but change it. And most importantly, set the fit mesh type to face. Now, we have another option that we can add to this head mesh, which is fit mesh type. For out of it, I didn't add one because it wasn't necessary. This tells the CNS to put the mesh in which one of these sections. There are options, there are sections. These are the ones. Because this mesh file is a head mesh, I like it to be in the head section, which is this section. So this is what we do. After one of these lines, like out of it type, add the fit mesh one, like this. In the end of the line, add a comma, hit enter, and paste this line. And you can find this line in the video description. Also, I provide a full JSON file. You can download it. Then you can change this option to face, hair, body, and so on. So it puts it in the correct sections in the user interface in the game. And you can leave the out of it types blank for the face and head mods. It's only used for out of it, or just type head. Next, adding the head mod icon and files. In Unreal, find your head icon image, right click, copy reference, and paste it into the out of it image section, just like before. This is the same as before. Delete the code mark and the texture 2D and code, and done. Do the same for mesh, materials, and textures. And make sure for the textures, check their parameters in fModel. Because this is a new material for my mesh, it's not the same as before. I have to see if they are sharing the same names or they are different. So make sure to check that out. Then enter the paths and you're done. Save the JSON. Okay, I'm done. Now open the game again. This time, when you press N and go to the menu, in the head section, which is here, you see your head mod is there too, fully working with its own icon and name. That's it, that's how you add more mesh files. If you want another mesh out of it, then you do the exact same things. Before we wrap this up, let me quickly explain how it works if you're using a material instance, not master materials. This is much simpler. I use the hair mesh as an example to demonstrate. This is the hair mesh I replaced, and for its material, I use the near to be out of it upper material. But instead of using the original material directly, I created a material instance based on it. Here is the master material, and here is the instance material. If you're doing it this way, here is what to do. Just like before, put your mesh, physics asset, and textures into a new folder. But this time, also place your material instance into this new folder. So you should have the mesh file, physics asset, textures, and instance material, not the master material. Now do these steps, these are important. Open the material instance in this new folder and reassign the textures to it using the textures we moved here. By default, it's still using the textures from the original folder, but we wanted to use these ones now. So after that, save it. Then open the mesh file and update its material slot to use the material instance from this folder also. Right now it's referencing the one from the old directory. If you don't update these, the textures won't load correctly in game. And finally, add your custom icon for the hair. And package everything just like before again. After packaging is done, rename the files as usual, nothing different, and place them into the ~mods folder. Replace the old ones. Now the JSON file. I've created another JSON file using this method, the material instance method. This is different than the other. Download it from the link in the description. After downloading, open it and also open your main JSON file. So this is what we've got, main and sample. In this sample file, copy everything starting from the opening purple bracket, which is this, and to the closing one, which is this. Copy these, Ctrl+C. Now go to the end of your main JSON. Right before the final closing bracket, the pink one, add a comma, and hit enter. And paste what you copied here. Ta-da! You now have a clean template for the mesh using the material instance. Give it a unique ID, not used by the other meshes, just like before. Add any requirements if needed, set the display name, whatever you want. Write a description. Now, this part, fit mesh type, add the type of the mesh. This time it's hair. Last time was head, and the first time was out of it. Now, under out of it type, also add hair. It's not that important, you can leave it blank. It's mostly required for the out of it, but I just add hair. Now, for the icon, copy the image reference from the Unreal and paste it into the out of it image, just like before. And we delete some parts, if you remember. Now, the most important one, the out of it paths. Go to Unreal. This time, just copy the mesh reference, like before. Right click, copy reference. Now get back to JSON and copy that in the out of it path section here. Just like before. Then clean it up. And that's it. Yeah, that's it. You don't need to include materials or textures, because we used material instance. So I told you it's easier. Save the JSON file, run the game, and in the CNS, in the hair section, you can see your hair, and it should work perfectly. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you need more info, come to this GitHub page, link is in the video description, and read these guides here. This is the main source I myself used. And let me know if you have any questions, or any feedbacks, or any recommendations. And that's all. Thanks for watching and good luck.